Hey everyone, Nick here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the story of Avendasora and the Chora trees. Before I start, this video will not have spoilers for the story of the Wheel of Time, but it will have lore-based spoilers for the Age of Legends and the history of the Aiel. With that out of the way, let's get started. To tell the story about the Tree of Life, we must first talk about genetic engineering. In the Age of Legends, Aes Sedai, both male and female, created and genetically engineered life with the one power and the advanced technology of the age. These genetically altered creatures were called constructs. As you can imagine and have probably seen in the world today, genetically engineering living things can get into some morally gray area. The Aes Sedai of this age had the same thought, so they put some very strict rules into place for the Aes Sedai that did this sort of research and study. One of those rules was creating new life or making genetic alterations was not allowed to be performed on anything living above plant life. Even with these restrictions though, they were able to create some amazing things like the Nim, better known as the Green Man, and the Chora tree, which is the main focus of today's video. As I alluded to a moment ago, the Chora tree was genetically engineered by Aes Sedai with some interesting properties. It was instilled with the ability to fill those near it with a feeling of contentment and peace. These trees were grown all over cities in the Age of Legends and were thought to be one of the reasons for the utopian-like society of the age. During the breaking, ending the Age of Legends, the Dashane Aiel took several saplings when they fled the cities to find a place of safety. They were able to tend them for many decades through all the turmoil created by the male channeler's madness. But as followers of the Way of the Leaf, bandits and thieves found the Dashane Aiel to be easy targets. Their wagons were ravaged at nearly every encounter with other survivors, until eventually only one Chora sapling remained. While Avendasora was a nickname for the Chora tree species, meaning tree of life in the old tongue, since there was only one surviving tree, it became a sort of title for this one specifically, and started a long line of legends regarding the tree. Eventually, a place of safety was found, Avendasora was planted, and the city of Rhuidean was built around it. Except Avendasora, there is only one other officially known Chora tree in the Wheel of Time series, and that is Avendor Aldera, a sapling from the Tree of Life itself. During the Dashane Aiel's wanderings, following the breaking, there was only one town of people that did not harm the Aiel and let them take water from their lands freely. They eventually found the descendants of those people and discovered they had created the nation of Cairhien, with the present-day Aiel no longer following the Way of the Leaf, but instead following a system of honor and obligation. They found that they had a nearly 2,500-year-old debt to repay. As repayment of the debt, they presented Cairhien with a sapling from the Tree of Life and gave the nation exclusive rights to travel the waste unhindered and trade in the nation of Chora across the waste. Avendor Aldera was eventually cut down by King Layman to have a throne made for him after growing in Cairhien for 400 years. This decision sparked the beginning of the Aiel War, resulting in his death and the nickname Tree Killer given to all the people of Cairhien. This left Avendasora as the only remaining Chora tree once again. There are stories that another Chora tree survived the breaking for many centuries in the former nation of Almith, now the nation of Terabon, but if they did have one at one point, it eventually died or was cut down as Avendor Aldera was. The only remaining indication that the nation ever possessed one are the flags of Almith and Terabon, both containing an image of a Chora tree on them, and the legends and stories told by the people of this nation. Avendasora itself was nearly destroyed at one point by a battle between the Dragon Reborn and one of the Forsaken, but luckily it survived the encounter. I expect that as the nation of the Aiel grows around Rhuidean, they will eventually produce more saplings of the Tree of Life, thus making them more abundant and hopefully stopping the extinction of the Chora tree, so that in the next age, cities can once again have their streets lined with this remnant of a past civilization. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. With that, thanks for watching.